You don't have to believe every thought you think. Hello everyone, I'm Stephen Sterling and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Map2Soul Daily, where practical psychology meets timeless biblical wisdom to help you become the best version of yourself. Now before we begin, I'd like to say a special thanks to everyone who has joined this journey. And whether you're listening from South Africa, the United States, Japan or Russia, or somewhere else in the world, thank you. It amazes me that although we come from different countries and different walks of life, we all experience many of the same hopes, fears, and questions. If today's episode encourages you, please follow the podcast, leave a review, and share it with someone who may need hope today. It really does help this community grow. Now, take a slow breath in and gently breathe out. Let's begin today's daily reset. If we were sitting together over a cup of coffee this morning, I'd ask you one question. Do you believe everything your mind tells you? It's a strange question, but think about it. How many times have you believed thoughts like, I'm not good enough, nobody really cares about me, I'll never get through this, I'm too old to change, I've missed my opportunity, I'm always going to be anxious? But see, here's the interesting thing. Many of us never stop to ask whether those thoughts are actually true. We simply believe them. I remember a season in my own life when my thoughts became my biggest obstacle. Not because life was falling apart, but because I had convinced myself that I wasn't capable of doing something new. The amazing thing is that nothing around me had changed. Only the conversation inside my own mind. That taught me a lesson I'll never forget. Just because I think something doesn't automatically make it true. See, one of the pioneers of cognitive behavioral therapy, Dr. Aaron Beck, spent his life helping people understand something remarkable. Our thoughts create our emotions. Our emotions influence our behavior. But many of our thoughts are automatic. They appear without permission. Some are helpful, some are completely untrue. The question isn't, what am I thinking? The better question is, should I believe this thought? That's a life-changing question. NLP teaches us something very similar. Your brain responds to the language you repeatedly use. If every morning you tell yourself, I'm useless, eventually your brain begins looking for evidence to prove it. But if you begin saying, I am still learning, I am growing, I am becoming stronger, I do matter, your mind starts looking for evidence of growth instead. Notice, your circumstances haven't changed, but your direction has. I love what the Apostle Paul wrote in his letter to the Romans. He speaks about being transformed by the renewing of your mind. Now think about that. He doesn't say transformed by having a perfect life or transformed by never experiencing hardship. He says transformation begins in the mind, long before our circumstances change. But see, that's when he goes to God and asks for that direction. I've often wondered what that looked like in Paul's own life. Here was a man writing words of hope while facing imprisonment, rejection, and uncertainty. His circumstances weren't ideal, but his thinking remained anchored in truth. See, that's a lesson for all of us. Can I remind you of something today? Not every thought deserves a seat at your table. Some thoughts should simply be acknowledged and allowed to leave. Imagine your thoughts are like people knocking at the front door. You don't have to invite every visitor inside. The same is true with your mind. You don't have to entertain every fearful thought, every guilty thought, every hopeless thought. Some thoughts deserve nothing more than thank you, but that's not true. So can I remind you of something else today? You are enough. Not because you've done everything perfectly, but because your worth has never depended on perfection. And you are deeply loved, even on the days your own mind tries to convince you otherwise. I wrote about this in my book, Pray Then Walk, because learning to challenge my own thinking changed the direction of my life. If you'd like to explore that journey more deeply, the paperback is available on Amazon. But here's today's coffee question. What thought have you believed for so long that you've never stopped to question whether it's true? Maybe today's the day to challenge it. Let's finish with today's daily reset. Take one slow breath in, hold it and gently breathe out. And again, breathe in and breathe out. Now quietly repeat the next 3 sentences after me. Not every thought is the truth. I choose truth over fear. Today, I will speak to myself with kindness, wisdom, and hope. It is also my prayer for each and every listener to find God's word in your life, in your mind and in your heart. Pray, then walk is the foundation of that. If you're struggling to find the right words, go to God in prayer with thankfulness. That creates so much in our own mind because we see we are worth it. We are enough. Today's walk is simple. Continue today's journey inside the reflection section of the Map2Soul app. And open up a truth card or create your own. Then write down one negative thought you've been believing, and underneath it write a better truth. Not something unrealistic, something honest, something hopeful. Because sometimes changing one sentence changes the direction of an entire life. Remember, you don't have to believe every thought you think. Your story isn't over. You are enough. You are deeply loved. And today is another opportunity to become the person God created you to be. Until next time, pray, then walk. You've got this. This is Stephen Sterling, and thank you for walking with me today. I'll see you tomorrow.